What are 5 legal ways that you can avoid probate here in Arizona? Hi, I'm Anjali Patel. I'm an estate planning attorney in Arizona. The first way that you can avoid probate is to jointly title your assets with right of survivorship. This is commonly seen for houses and sometimes cars. If you co-own a property with your spouse and you're both on the title with the right of survivorship, that means if one of you passes away, it automatically goes to the other person without going through probate. The second way that we often see people avoid probate here in Arizona is to place assets into a trust. So during your lifetime, you form a trust and you put the assets into the trust. Instead of you listed as the owner on that asset, the trust is listed. When you pass away, the trust still exists and nothing has to go through probate that was properly put into the trust. The third way is to name a beneficiary and backup beneficiaries for your typically financial accounts. By listing a beneficiary that will inherit the asset when you pass away, those assets do not go through probate as long as the beneficiary is still alive when you pass away. The fourth way that we often see is a small estate affidavit. So here in Arizona, if the assets are worth under a certain amount of money and certain conditions are applicable, you do not have to file a full probate. You can file a shorter process called a small estate affidavit. They're both for real estate and non-real estate. And when you do that, you're not going through the full probate process. And then the last way that we often see is a transfer on death deed, or here in Arizona, we like to call those beneficiary deeds. This is typically applicable for real estate. It says that if the house or other real estate is in your possession when you pass away, it will not go through probate. It will go to this named beneficiary at death. In those situations, as long as your named beneficiary is alive when you pass away, that asset does not go through probate for the most part. So all of this can have different nuances, and it makes sense to talk to an estate planning attorney. Everyone's goal when you're talking to an estate planning attorney is typically, how do I avoid probate? But it depends on the type of asset and your overall plan, and all of it should work together. So it's not just about this one avoids probate and this one does and this one does, but what's the full plan for what I want to happen to my assets if I pass away? Thanks again. I'm Anjali Patel, and I'm an estate planning attorney in Arizona.